We all know that Mitsubishi has been losing popularity slowly, but the new Pajero Sport is making waves by seamlessly combining robust off-road prowess with a sleek design and cozy comfort. This is good for you and me because now we have more options that actually matter, and the new Mitsubishi Pajero Sport is set to boost its off-road game with a revamped frame, just like its sibling, the Triton. But that is not all. There are 3 more reasons why this thing is ready to conquer the whole industry. So, watch till the end. Performance. The Mitsubishi Pajero Sport continues its legacy as a genuine off-roader, with a new generation on the horizon. It's still hanging in there, ready to tackle any terrain you throw at it. The all-new 2024 Mitsubishi Pajero Sport, which is about to drop, is going to redefine what off-road bliss is all about. There have been many talks about the new Pajero Sport being like the Nissan Navara. But hold on to your hats, folks, because the Pajero Sport is ditching the old blueprints and forging its own path. This thing isn't just a boring new chassis, it's building a brand new beast from scratch, just like its pickup counterpart, the Triton. Plus, it's going to be a lean, mean off-road dream machine. The Pajero Sport is breaking the mold with a completely redesigned chassis and suspension, just like its pickup truck sibling, the Triton. But don't take our word for it, because the numbers don't lie. The chassis is now 40% more resistant to bending and a whopping 60% more resistant to twisting, leading to sharper handling and a smoother ride on the road, making it tougher than ever. When it comes to suspension, the Pajero Sport is a champ, built for off-road adventures and smooth city driving. It has a double wishbone front suspension and a multi-link setup in the rear. This combination gives you the flexibility to handle tough trails while still providing a comfortable ride on paved roads. It has high-strength steel and lightweight materials that have shaved off pounds, making the Pajero Sport more agile and efficient. But don't be fooled and think this SUV is just for off-roading. It's got plenty of space for your friends and family, a tough look that'll make you stand out, and the kind of reliability that Mitsubishi is known for, so you know it'll keep going for years. And this is the first reason why this model will be seated at the top of the charts. But when a car is this good, usually the price will be set very high too. You can't eat the cake and keep it too, right? But we should talk about this in depth and in detail, so watch till the end because we'll talk about that in just a few minutes. Before that, we should talk about one major feature: design. We already know that the newest Pajero Sport is designed to share a bunch of parts with its pickup cousin, the Triton, which is also known as the L200 in some places. The Triton recently got a facelift, and considering the strong link between the two, we can easily guess what cool changes the SUV version might be waiting for. Even though the details are still under wraps, the first thing that comes to mind is the stylish makeover. We're betting on the SUV adopting the same design moods as the pickup, unveiling the latest take on the dynamic shield design language, a blend of modern looks and robust practical features. To be honest, the old Pajero Sport's interior was a bit too basic, and many people have been complaining about it. The real reason why this matters is not just because it affects the looks and aesthetics of the car, but also because it also affects the ride quality. But there's hope for a major upgrade. Mitsubishi's been updating the interiors of their biggest names lately, and the new Triton's cabin is stylish. Fingers crossed the 2024 Pajero Sport inherits those good looks too, meaning better materials, a more solid build, and a design that's actually inviting. But what's more interesting is that since this will have a new and better platform, we can expect Mitsubishi to actually capitalize on that, and the interior will be complementary to that, which means we'll get better ride quality and a comfortable SUV. From the outside, the Mitsubishi Pajero Sport is a stylish mid-sized SUV that catches the eye with its bold design. It has a large grille and a low, assertive stance, making it a real head-turner. The distinct headlights come with separate housing for daytime running lights and turn signals, featuring standard reflector LEDs across all trim levels. The base model rolls on 18-inch alloy wheels, while higher trims enhance the driving experience with upgraded 20-inch alloy wheels, adding a touch of luxury to your adventures. When it comes to how the seats are arranged, it looks like the basic setup will stay the same. Regular models will have 2 rows of seats, and if you want, you can add a 3rd row. With the new model being wider, that should mean more space for shoulders, and the longer wheelbase might give some extra legroom, especially in the back rows. So considering the broader dimensions, there's an expectation that the additional space will not only enhance comfort, but also contribute to an overall roomier feel inside the vehicle, making it a more enjoyable experience for both drivers and passengers. The extended wheelbase in particular holds the promise of addressing one of the common concerns related to legroom, ensuring that those occupying the second and third rows have ample space to stretch out during the journey. Mitsubishi focused on the infotainment system and other tech features, with updated software and a larger screen. They added physical buttons and knobs not just for audio and climate controls, but also for various infotainment shortcuts, which is pretty useful. Keeping off-road enthusiasts in mind, they made the buttons big for easy use, even with gloves. The instrument cluster combines digital and analog gauges, featuring a decently sized 7-inch info display with classic instruments. It might not be the fanciest by today's standards, but it's practical and user-friendly. The top-tier models might go all out with a fully digital unit, and this is something that you won't usually find on other brands. But design is something that can be controversial, and we can't say that one is better than the others for certain. But what we can do is talk about the numbers and how this thing stacks up against the competition. But before that, let's talk about one more major feature. What will it really be like under the hood? This could make or break the car, so Mitsubishi chose to go against all expectations. The new generation is sticking with their own engine, keeping things familiar in the engine department. We're about to witness the comeback of the famous 2.4-litre inline-4 turbo diesel, a beast known for balancing power and efficiency. And it comes with a power and torque boost this time. Despite being on the smaller side compared to the competition, this engine is now pushing out a max of 201 horsepower and 347 pound-feet of torque. This is a huge step up from the previous generation, to say the least, making the driving experience even better. Fuel-wise, we're looking at around 8 litres per 100 kilometers, pretty much in line with the outgoing model. And for shifting gears, it's likely to stick with the slick 8-speed automatic transmission, known for its snappy well-timed shifts and all-round smooth performance. This is not something that goes above and beyond, but this will do anything you want it to do. And this is the third reason why Mitsubishi might have already won the game. Be honest, what do you want? A good, reliable, and capable engine that won't break easily. And when it does, it's an engine that can be fixed with little effort, or by going to any local repair shop. Unlike those new options that are way too overpriced and untested to truly claim their reliability. Competition and price. In a world where regular SUVs are giving up their off-road skills with each new model, the 2024 Mitsubishi Pajero Sport stands firm. It's still rolling with a tough body-on-frame setup and a suspension ready for real off-road fun. The reliable four-wheel drive system hasn't lost its touch, offering a great balance. You can save on fuel with rear-wheel drive for everyday driving, or switch to four-wheel drive when you want some serious off-road action. And it's got really useful features like full-time four-wheel drive, a center locker for an even torque split, and standard low-range gearing. Plus, there are hill descent and hill ascent controls to boost the off-road experience. Now, the pricing is the real MVP for the current model, boasting a base tag in Australia comfortably below $50,000, which means that this thing will undercut its main rivals like the Ford Everest and Toyota 4Runner. Those two sit around $53,000 and $54,000 respectively. While the officials kept silent about the upcoming Pajero Sport, insiders hint about its grand entrance next year, though the exact date seems to be kept under silence. The current model mainly shows off in places like Australia, the Philippines, Indonesia, and the other corners of Asia. The word on the street is that it's likely to keep up the same world tour next year. But what do you think? Is this the next big thing, or is it not worth your money? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next video.